.DictWriter, what you need to pass two objects, which is file and field names, which is equals to field. So what will be? Let's try this. So since we have done with the csv.DictReader, now we are going for csv.DictWriter. How does it work? So first we need to pass the field names. So for field name, what you do, you can create one variable which names like field and set it as field. So what are fields basically? And it's like this first line which I'm saying this just like a header line which is of CSV. This is a field line also. You have to write pass here. So basically for csv.DictWriter you have to tell what is the field in which field you want to write. And after this ID name class section. Okay, so ID name class section. Now after this, you have to write csv.DictWriter. Now we have to use append mode because again I'm not going to go data. You can write W if you want to write. So it's csv.DictWriter and this pass your file object, this file and field names equals to field. Right? And after this what we can do is like, so after this we are going to create this is object basically. It is create like writer is equals to csv.DictWriter. Now writer dot write row, and what is the row? The row is a like dictionary. Just like you have dictionary, you have key value pair. In the same way, we have to pass here as a key value pair. So you have to pass like ID. Just like we have ID up to 8, let's pass ID for 9. So we are going for ID 9 and then name. So name will be like, say, let's take another name. And after this, let's go with class. And after this, we have one section. So in this way, you can write row and you can run this write row multiple times. Writer.writer basically, don't leave this out there. We are again going to pass the same dictionary. But we will change some data, just like we're going to change ID as 10, name, different name, let's go for articles, and we go class and section different. Okay, now here you can see what we've done. We have first imported our CSV file and open using this structure. It's like open and then file name and then appending method and new line space and null character basically. And we also pass the field names. Okay. Now after that we have created a writer object which is equal to csv.DictWriter. And what it takes two arguments. First one is file, which is your file object. It's like file equals to open method. And second one is field equals to field. The second field names you need to pass because it is written in dictionary, and dictionary and field names are treated as keys there. Okay. So after that, for writing, we are using write row method. For writer.write row, we return first row, and here after that we have second row. So if I execute it, then we must see these new two lines. Okay, let's open this, and also if I run this, you can see I got two more rows which are 9 Abhinav12A and 10 Argov 11B. In this way, you can use this write row method, but after write row, we have one more method. So next one, we have write rows method. So for that, we have same command, just only one. There are two, three differences you need to notice. Instead of write row, we are going to write rows, and now we are going to pass multiple times a dictionary. Okay, so for write rows, it's like taking multiple dictionary. Instead of singular data, we are going to write multiple lines. Just like we have write lines in text medium, we have write rows method now. So for write rows, what do you need to do? So for write rows, we are going to pass in multiple dictionary in single, but we cannot pass like multiple dictionary in single time. So we need to pass it as like data, and data is a list. Data is type of list, and it's each and every element will be treated is a dictionary. So here you can see one example, just like I'm passing ID, just like the previous one. And after that, just like we have two IDs, we created 9 and 10. So let's go with 11. Okay, now 11. After this, we will create name. Let's give name him. Let's give him another name. Now let's give class. And after that, go with section. Section E. After this, you need to press comma and I write another dictionary. So basically, this is list of dictionary. You can say list of elements of dictionary. And this is just another name. And to change ID. So now if we run this, it should update our new data. Update our CSV file with this data. And this data has two lines, it's 11 and 12 ID with Arnav and Varun. So now if I run this, you can see I got two more new data, which is 11 at Arnav, 11 for Arnav and 12 for Varun. So in this way, you can add data to a dictionary using writerows method. So that's all for CSV file. And okay, so in real life, where does it use? It is used in many places like attendance, marks, sales, manager, whatever. So in multiple places, CSV files are. So basically, it is like Excel file which is managed by Python, but it's not Excel. Actually, it is just CSV file. CSV file is like a row and column method structure like it has. You can see this if you can treat it like a table of Excel, ID, name, class, section, and even if you want to open this one with Excel, you can. Okay, I am getting option one or open with. Okay, it does not have an open file location. Okay, just revealing file explorer, and I'm saved in folder. And here you can see student of CSV. Okay, file explorer is also showing. If you have preview setup in your file explorer, then it can also show. But let's open this with Excel file. Here you can see I am also getting Excel. Okay, now here you can see our first line is ID name class section, and it is treated as header line. And after these all of sections, this 1, 2, 3, you can see I directly written basically Excel file. You can even see that. So in this way, you can also convert your CSV to Excel. Basically, you are opening CSV in Excel module. So this is just like a row and table data, row and column in data in tabular form, which can edit in Python. So let's get back to our Python. And okay, let's create a mini student record which should have roll number, name, and marks. Okay. Okay, there is one more thing which I left. I forgot to tell. There is one more method which does not use file.close. Why? Because it is safe method. Just like we have used with operation for file, we can same use that for this file operation CSV. So now if I write something like, let's read it instead of appending, let's read it, and csv.reader equals to csv.reader. We are going to create a reader object and just need to pass a file object and this iterate for I. Let's replace this for data in reader, print data. Okay, now if we run this, let me also open this one file. If I run this, I will get all of data in the form of here. Here you can see I get all of data in the form of list, just like each and every row with each and every cell I'm getting there. It's like 4 should 8b. Here we have also 4 should 8b in this way. So in this way you can run using the with command. So why with command? Again, you don't need to file up, you don't need to execute file.close. Whenever this block is going to exit, it will automatically close for you. Let's suppose in this situation, let me do that there. Okay, let's suppose in this situation, if I get error, let's say here something, if I miss something, let's say if I return half of like this, you can see it is showing error something that bracket was not closed. So what will happen? Here the file is opened one time by the Python, but for closing, it should execute this line. But before executing that line, it is going to show error here. Although this is runtime error, it will get early. But suppose if I done like, okay, let's say this is data. If I done it like, let's say n is equals to 1 upon 0. Here you can see it does not have any syntax error, but what does this line do? This will return runtime error and our file is opened at that runtime also. But it is never closed. So what does this mean? We may corrupt our file. So to avoid this situation, you need to use with operation, with file operation. So using with, we can run this thing basically very safely. Okay, so we have read the file. Now we are going to write the file using with operation. So for writing file, what we can do it like csv.writer. Basically this is object. So again, let's create as w equals to writer, the writer, and then you need to pass a file object. I'm missing something. Yeah, csv.writer. Writer is nothing. csv.writer. Basically, this csv.writer means csv is a module, and inside there is function which has writer. Okay, now after this dot write row. Yes, write row. We can write row like, I'm not going to run this whole thing again. So let me just remove some of the data. And now if I remove some of the data, I'm going to write row here. This is the same list which you can pass, which we have read this. So we have removed till 7. So I'm going to write row from 7, 8, from 7. Okay, we have to take from 8. So what we are going to do is copy this. Now just paste this. Now, okay, sorry, I done a mistake. You have to do w.writerow. Okay, now after this, let me show one more example. Writerow and go for now ninth one. w.write. Now go for write rows. So what we have to do in write rows? In write rows, we need to pass list, but just list is a list of multiple lists. Basically, it is a list of lists, or you can say nested list. Earlier, we have for csv.DictReader, we have list for dictionary elements. Now we have list for list elements. So these list elements representing each of the row. So how we are going to treat it, like just copy these three rows and make sure to separate this list with comma. This list as element also separated with comma, and after that, so that's it. Now if we see here, well, it's all saved. Now if I run this, it is all again going to update all of its value as we have picked up previous value. So it is going to be like this one. It's like ID, name, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 for Anish, 9 for Vinod, 10 for Argav, 11 for Arnav, 12 for Varun. Okay, now let's run this. So you can see we again get the same data as previous one because we have taken same data. But main thing is that we are able to write using with operation, and we can use write row or write rows. So these two both methods are applicable. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create one mini student record example using with file operation. So let's import CSV. This is our first step, and in second step, what we are going to do, we are going to create one file. So for creating one file, what you for creating file, you need to use w command. W will create a file if it does not exist. But we have one file, so we are going with that file. So just enter your file location of CSV file, in which CSV file you want, and after that we are going to passing that as w, and new line equals to empty line. And basically as means aliases. Aliases is like a temporary name. So here and in programming, giving any value, any literal to a name is just like variable. So this is variable for it, or you can also say object for more clearing in Python. Now after this, what you're going to do, we are going to write first field names. So for first one, we need role name marks. So before going to that, we are going to first create a writer object, csv.writer, not in string like this. Okay, we have created file object. Now w.writerow, and we should pass list of these elements. Okay, now after this, what we are going to do, we are going to take use input from the user, and roll number is automatically set by the range operation using for loop. So we are going for I in range. No, for let's make it more clear, for roll number in range. We are starting from 1, and I'm going only up to the 4 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is upper limit, so it is excluded. Now I'm going to take input from the user. So what are the inputs? First I'm going to print roll number. So we're going to take the roll number from the students. I mean for roll number So in this way, you can also get which roll number student this is. Now we are going to take input. So how we take input for that? Let's take name and then input. Now after this, we also need the marks for the students. We are going to take marks. Here you can see we are taking input in the form of a string because we only need to store that. So it's up to you which data type you want. You can either take integer or string. Okay, now after this, what you're going to do, you're going to like w.writerow. Okay, after this, you have to write like RWL, this is roll number, which is given by for range, and after that, it enter marks, name and marks. Now just close, file.close. Okay, now let's check this file. So we have currently this, but main thing is that our file is now open in W mode, writing mode. So what will happen? It is all of the previous data and enter his new data. Okay, we got some attributor. Okay, again it's csv.writer, not write. So now let's run it again. Okay, okay, as I entered, let me rewrite this. Input should be for marks. So when you take input for marks, so now what we're going to do, we're going to take input for the marks, enter a name, and let's say I enter marks 90. And now for roll number 2, let's say his marks is 98. For roll number 3, let's say his marks is 97. For roll number 4, let's say each and his mark is 100. Okay, so I did not write okay, one thing I forgot that my file name was students.csv, but I accidentally written here student.csv. So here you can see that it created one more file. So now let's check this file. So you can see we got our new data for these all of the four row numbers. And now let's try to read the data. Okay, now let's try to read the data. So for reading data, what we're going to do, we are going to first open this in read mode. So for read mode, you have to pass the argument, second argument as R. Okay, now after this, you need to remove this whole because these are the for writing commands, writing function. And we also don't need file.close because we are using with the file operation. So after this, we are going to use reader equals to file.read, not file.read, csv.reader, and the file object which is file, and this for object for data in reader print data. So now if you run this, you can see we got all of data. Now what we want, so this is all about how you can read your file in Python using CSV for a CSV file basically. Now what you're going to do, you are going to now append data. Suppose I also want to add some more data. So we are going to use append, which is need to set second argument as a, which is for append. And we also need to remove this file.close because we don't need this. And when we run, okay, we don't need to write this because we have already written header one time. Okay, we also want to start from roll number 5 because up to 1 to 4 we have written 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see we have roll number 1, 2, roll number 3 and 4. Now we need from 5. So what to do? What we can do? 5, and let's say from 5 to 10 we want to write. Okay, let's go for 5 to 8. Let's say 5, 6, 7 for roll number 5, for roll number 6, for roll number 7. 8 is upper limit, so it is not going to include in this for loop. Now, if you read this, okay, we are going to write this for roll number 5. What you're going to write? Let's say and name. You can do any random name you can use. And here you can see we successfully added 3 more data in our file system, in our CSV file. So in this way, use you can handle a file in Python for CSV files. And in the next part, we are going to learn about we are going to file handling on binary files, and also we are going to learn some more on functions like file.c, tel, flush, strip, strip. Basically, these are string commands and so on. So we are covering in this in next lecture.